Hello, everybody.
Hey.
We are going to be here as long as the weather allows us. We got a lot of severe weather coming in, supposedly.
Let me look.
And today is a special day for me. It is
He is 80 years old
I
today.
am not.
He looks great for his age, don't he, guys?
It is my birthday. I am not 8 years old. I'm just going to say
70s?
I'm in my 60s. That's all I'm going to say.
Late 60s.
In the 60s. Don't matter if it's 61 or 67.
Or 69.
I'm not 69.
Okay.
I'm 67.
He's older than Dirk.
But I'm slightly older than her. Just a little bit older than you are.
About 18 months.
It sounds like Mindy. 18 months.
They say
but anyway,
happy birthday from the UK, from Charlotte Green.
Well, thank you very much.
She may be a cousin.
You probably are if you're. I've done all of my stuff, and supposedly got a lot of kin folks everywhere. But if you're green, you probably do have. We're probably kin somewhere down the line. I did my DNA, and I do have Scottish, Irish, German, Jewish, and a small little bit of African in my bloodline, and from the UK, actually from the UK, English too, out there, UK something another. But I appreciate all the birthday wishes. It's been a good day. It has not rained on us today, which that makes it ever so nice.
It's not going to get here right now. So.
Yeah, we got some thunderstorms, but they're out to the west of us. I'm gonna do my best. I have been sick as a dog for the last 10 days, and I got a dog shirt on. Dog days.
Dog days. He's been sick.
I've been sick, and not COVID and not flu, but a bunch of people have had this. They don't know what it is. You have not had it, so that's a good thing.
I ain't kissing him, that's for sure.
But I've taken antibiotic shots, steroid shots, had antibiotic CPAC and steroids that I've been taking at home. But the only thing I've had is I've got a little bit of laryngitis coming on, where if I say certain words, it'll just go blank. I don't know why. I tried to talk to my daughter last night. I had this problem, and I haven't really talked to a lot of people. So if it happens a lot today, I'm going to let Dina take over.
Who?
Medina. What'd you say, who?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've got Tony supposed to come on too. He's out there somewhere, so I sent him a link, so maybe he'll come on in a little bit too.
Where are you close to? I keep forgetting. I thought for some reason you were in Georgia.
I think she's near Jacksonville, isn't she?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought she was in Georgia. Her and
one thing I would like you to go on this a real interesting piece. Go over and look this guy up. Just look up this, how to disappear. And if you see this guy's picture, it's he's a ex-CIA. He was employed with the CIA, and it's a neat little thing there. Shows you how people can disappear if they want to. You know, I've always said is, you know, you it's not against the law to disappear as long as you're not defrauding people. So I thought it was interesting. He tells about, and it was filmed about 8-9 months ago when that sheriff's deputy over there went on the run with that convict. So I think it's kind of a very, very interesting piece. We are going to show some stuff, and we'll see if we can get
She said, show that again, please.
The pictures. How to Disappear is the name of it. And I don't have his name here or anything else. If you could just look that up on YouTube. And
How to Disappear. Yeah, I kind of wondered what you were listening to that for today. Are you planning on disappearing?
No, if I can't disappear.
You can't?
No, because I can't disappear.
Why can't you?
Well, because I get money every month coming in from the government, and
all that
and
sure
stuff
it's still
like
there
that.
when you get back.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't disappear. Plus, I don't want to disappear.
I
That's
didn't
my
know you
thing.
were listening to it.
I know. I just didn't know. I just thought it
Hey,
was.
Gail.
All
Hello,
right.
Mary. I can't answer all of y'all. Let's see. Is there an owl in the room? Hi, everyone. What? Is there an owl in the room?
Who?
Mary said.
Who?
Mary said, is
Who?
there an owl in the room?
No.
Who?
First one I want to cover tonight, though, is Nicole Bully.
Beach Bum got his link up there for the
Okay, great.
disappear. She's so good. We need to send her a prize.
A family of missing Nicole. My voice is already starting to crack, Dana. Go ahead.
The family of missing Nicole Bully said appalling speculation surrounding her private life need to stop. The 45-year-old went missing January 27th during a riverside walk in St. Michael's near Lancashire.
It's in England.
Yeah. The police
I think it's in England. Lancashire.
Yeah.
Lancashire.
Don't do it then.
Go ahead.
The police have faced backlash for revealing that she had ongoing struggles with alcohol and the menopause, whatever that means. The force said it was. You
don't know what menopause is?
I know what it is, but not the menopause.
Okay.
I mean, it's either menopause or menopause. It ain't the menopause, unless it's. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it's in the UK. The force that's referred itself to the police watchdog over the contact it had with her before she vanished. On Thursday, the family said she would not have wanted the information released, but the police just had kept them informed. In a new statement, they said, as a family, we're aware of beforehand. Lancashire police last night released a statement that with some personal details about our Nikki. Although we know that Nikki would not have wanted this, there are people out there speculating and threatening to sell stories about her. It's appalling and needs to stop. The police know the truth about Nikki, and now the public needs to focus on finding her. Lancashire Police referred itself on Thursday to the Independent Office for Police Conduct regarding the incident before Miss Bully's disappearance, which officers attended at her home. The force said it was called to a concerned welfare report, and health professionals also attended January 10th, and no arrest was made. The force spokesman said the referral relates solely to its interaction with the family on that date and does not relate to the wider missing from home investigation.
And maybe somebody who was that from England a few minutes ago, Charlotte. Maybe you can enlighten us about how the British press is.
She said it's big over there.
I mean, the press in England, what I've seen, UK is only about, I think it's only about the size of maybe Alabama or partial Texas, maybe west end of Texas. So I think it's a different mentality over there with these anything to get a story type thing, these tabloids. I think that's what I'm thinking about.
They didn't cordon off anything. They did do forensics.
We got a few more stuff coming out.
Just literally stuck with.
It says here the IOPC spokesman said this afternoon we received a referral from Lancaster Constabulary regarding the contact and force had with Nicole Bully on 10th of January prior to her disappearance. He said the watchdog was assessing the available information to determine whether investigation was required. And it shows ribbons being placed on the bridge for her return. Lancashire Police had described Miss Bewley as vulnerable and said that she was classed as high risk missing person. It's immediately after her partner Paul Ansell reported her disappearance. The force initially declined elaboration, later disclosed further details, a move which is criticized for. And I don't.
Charlotte, who is over there,
Yeah.
she said, yes, they don't usually release a lot of details, but again, the media says loads of stuff. And she also said that they didn't do any forensics, just literally stuck with she went into the river. She literally just disappeared. That's what they're saying.
Okay. We got 4 or 5 pages here. We'll enlighten everybody as much as we can. Zoe Billingham, the chairwoman of NHS Mental Health Trust and formerly Her Majesty's Inspector of, is that I can't pronounce that word,
Constabulary.
Constabulary, told the BBC Radio 4 in comments, "Stop me in my tracks. What is the menopause and what is the signs?" Police face backlash over Nicola health details. The search for Nicola Bully, what we know so far. Why on earth is this information even vaguely relevant to the investigation that 20 days on? And I'm going to stop right there and say, if she had some type of mental health and stuff like that, it would, even in this country, it would be pretty relevant to just see if that how they need to pursue it. If they need to search on the riverbanks, do they need to notify if they have some type of mental health issues? Do they need to put it out there? Because I think it's all relevant. Said what on earth the information they say if there's issues relating to her that needs to be made public in public domain, why wasn't it done earlier? And why is such a personal information, such as potentially sensitive information, disclosed? And she said that it was need to be considered what message sends to women. And, I think maybe in menopause, I don't know if that made any difference, but in mental health, it might make a difference on where she would
Menopause
be,
can make a difference. People
and
go
what,
crazy.
yeah, okay, what considered will women have been reporting to their mom and sister, to police, and missing if there is a fear very deeply personal information is going to be put in the public domain for no apparent reason. And I don't know exactly what that means over there, what type of personal information they did, and if it didn't have any relevance to the disappearance.
Charlotte said, I don't know about a camera, but all that was found was her dog, her phone left on a conference call, and a harness for the dog.
Hmm.
So she was on a call.
Yeah, that's weird. It says here too, said family said she suffered significant side effects due to the premenopause, perimenopause, including brain fog and restless sleep. Uh, they said that she was taking hormone replacement therapy, and it has given her intense headaches, which cause her to stop, which caused her to stop her treatment, thinking that it may have helped her, but they ended up causing more of this crisis. So they're thinking that the medicine itself could have caused some type of breakdown, some type of crisis. The public focus had been finding her and not making up wild theories about her personal life. They said Nikki said a wonderful daughter, sister, partner, and mother, and is missed dearly. Appealing directly to Mrs. Booley, they added, Nikki, we hope you're reading this and knew that we love you and much and your girls and want to cuddle. We all need you home. Now, you know what
Really?
that, let me say this, it's strange because you remember the girl we reported on several weeks ago that they was just found one that they had pictures of her found wandering around in New Orleans, found her car, all of her stuff locked in. Everybody's scared that she might have fell in the river and drowned or jumped in the river and drowned. They ended up finding her a few weeks later, just wandering around in the French Quarter, and having some mental crisis. So all is not lost.
Okay. So Charlotte said, yes. Yeah, she said they didn't give those details to specialist diving team, and he is now angry because he would have changed the search. And also, she said, hold on, really, it's breaking data protection. They released that information.
Yeah, it's probably, I'm sure it didn't come from the family.
Okay, Christy wants to know, how does one ask for year help with a missing person?
You can send us an email to the missing live stream at gmail.com. The missing live stream at gmail.com. If there's something that we can do, we can put out the information. I can even get it, make you in touch with the right people. If most of y'all know, maybe you don't know, I spent 33 years in law enforcement, and I still have got a lot of contacts, the FBI, U.S. Marshals, local police, state police. I mean, I can pick up the phone and call somebody that's still employed with these agencies, and, at least they'll know that who I am, and they can identify that I'm not just somebody calling in something. It may make a little difference.
Okay, Charlotte also said there was an area which wasn't covered by cameras that goes to the main road. I remember now. Yes, sorry, CCTV. It's a Caravana Park was not working. So
Yeah, and that's something that the bigger cities in the United States, not as much in the little small cities, but in Britain, especially in the UK, CCTV is everywhere, and they really can solve a lot of crimes. They can get evidence of crimes, and they really help out. In Alabama, where we are right now, we travel full time, as you all know, in an RV, and we have a RV channel that would you like when and Dina hates me to do this in the middle of everything, but we do have an RV channel that we post videos on. We'd love y'all to come over and subscribe to, and I think Beach Mom is going to put up the uh, the uh, the website in a few minutes, maybe if she can do that for me. But we in this area, we don't have that many cameras. You'll have some traffic cameras on traffic poles. Businesses might have them, but you don't have them like you do down there. It's just amazing. Says that Miss Booley's parents left yellow ribbons tied to bridge at the I guess the Rye River, the Rhine, uh, near where her daughter was missing. We pray for her. So apparently they do believe that she may be in the river, and I think that's where dive teams are and mounted teams are basically trying to focus on. But as you know, most drownings, unless they go into the river and then they get hung up on something underneath the river, the bridge or trees or something, you're going to float after a certain amount of days. You are going to come to the surface. Okay. It says here that uh, see if this, yes. Home Office Minister Robert Jenrick and Lancashire Police statement had included unusual comments, but he added, "We're not privy to the police conversation with Nicole Bewley's family, and I don't think it would be right for us to speculate on why they've chosen to make such comments. In the this live investigation, we have to let the police get on with it and not add to any already considerable level of speculation surrounding the case." The Home Office spokesman added, "The Home Secretary and Policing Minister are receiving regular updates from Lancashire Police and are handling this the case, including personal details about Nicola, I guess it's Nicola, and briefed out at the stage of investigation." Said there are unsubstantiated rumors. Let's see. I think that the concerns, because the information that is set out is very unusual, and I would want to know more from Lancashire Police the reason for doing this. The police and crime commissioner have said investigation is under the direction of the control of Chief Constable Chris Rowley. He said Lancashire Police are transparent as they can be on what is incredibly sensitive and complex case. I think it seems like a missing person. I don't know what in the heck they're talking about. See, basically they're saying they have unsubstantiated rumors concerning this case.
Beach Bum, every time somebody puts on saying back, like you said hello to Sleuth Mom, the GTS, when I first glanced at it, I think you're calling them a gypsy.
Lancashire Police yet to respond to criticism that is faced. Meanwhile, it's confirmed social media influencer Dan Duffy has been fined after joining the search for the missing mother. Confirmed the influencer has been fined. A 36-year-old poster a video of himself being arrested by police on his YouTube channel. I wonder why that was. Police said he handled a fixed penalty notice under the Section 4 Public Order Act, fear, provocation of violence. Why is that? If somebody can tell me, enlighten me on that over there, maybe he was interfering with the investigation over there, but it just sounds kind of crazy. And let me see one more thing here. Okay, this is another one we're going to address. But maybe, Charlotte, if you can tell me, if you know why in the world he was arrested over there, was he interfering with the investigation?
Yeah, she said yes, it was a guy trying to investigate as everyone's getting fed up with the police.
But can you not go over there and get out and try to help? Or does can they just arrest you for that? That kind of stuff, as long as you didn't interfere directly with the investigation over here, there's not much the police can do about it. I don't know. Maybe you can help me out. We'll keep up with this case, and you can enlighten us if you got anything else. Okay, this girl is missing. This is Brittany Carter, 30, of Leesburg, Georgia. Last seen 8/17 of 2021, getting into a white Ford Focus with tinted windows in Leesburg, Georgia. If you have any information or have seen Brittany, please notify the Leesburg Police Department. Last seen August 17th. Last seen in the city of Leesburg, getting in this white Ford Focus with tinted windows. Pictures right there. Not much at all information on this case. Okay.
Where is Leesburg?
Not 100% Georgia. That's all I know.
Yeah. I think it's outside Atlanta or between it. I've seen it when we were going through there, going from Grandmama's to Aunt Ruby's. I think.
Family searching for answers on third anniversary of Alexander's disappearance. They say, "I will never give up. It's my job as a daughter to find her." Why did I do that? Says that as Tanya Miller spends a spring day outside of her daughter, she can't help but think how her mother, 72-year-old Betty Alexander, should be there with them. It's just been a long battle searching for answers. We still to this day have nothing. You know, we talked about this. It would be very, very tough on how, if you had somebody missing like this, just vanish, with nothing, no kind of idea. A lot of people in their 70s and 80s might wander off having dementia or something like that. But now that I get older, that in their 70s doesn't seem like they're too old.
Well, it's 'cause
Alex,
you're so close to 70.
hush. Alexander disappeared from Sullivan, Missouri apartment 3 years ago without a trace. She left everything behind, Miller said. The one thing that really bothered me from that day is the fact that she left her daily glasses on her recliner. Alexander purse or keys were found in her apartment, and her daughter says she was one that there was one thing missing. There was a box of missing fentanyl patches that had been delivered, and she had extra $200 in her purse that we cannot track down where it was, where it came from. Now I'm gonna tell you, I know immediately people are gonna say, fentanyl patches, what the crap? But Medina's cousin, she's got cancer, and it's just one of these things that's I think it's in remission now, but still, when you've got a certain types of cancer, you're required constant pain. If they didn't have fentanyl patches, that she couldn't survive her daily life without them, and it kind of keeps the pain down. They wear them as a patch. Well, drug dealers will get them. They'll cut them in little bitty pieces, and they'll chew those patches to get themselves high, and they get addicted on them. But fentanyl right now is killing about 100,000, over 100,000 people a year in the United States. Over the past 3 years, the family have received tips that Alexander was possibly spotted, but those calls have become fewer and farther between. I've learned that not get my hopes up much, as I want it, it to be her. Said Sullivan police are still investigating the case, but Miller believes that it could be time to a fresh set of eyes. We have a petition over 5,000 signatures asking the FBI to step into the case. She's now waiting for someone to come forward, new information that could crack the case. Well, the FBI has to have jurisdiction, not just be asked to come in, but they probably need to get the governor or somebody to put a governor's reward up, because money would make a difference in all of these cases where probably somebody robbed her and then for fentanyl patches, what it sounds like. It might be key if they are able to find answers. Meanwhile, Miller has been giving up the search for her mother simply isn't an option. I will never give up, she says. It's my job as her daughter to find her. Any information they ask, call the Sullivan Police Department. There's a $20,000 reward. That's pretty good. Somebody ought to come forward for that, for $20,000. You would hope so anyway. But it's fentanyl is just so bad. It's unbelievable. Okay, this is of course, the search parents of a missing toddler, NS toddler, Dalen Eller, I guess it is, basically are missing. And let's see if I can get some more information on that one. Okay, the parents of 3-year-old Turo NS boy, what I guess NS, Nova Scotia maybe?
Yes.
Nova Scotia's boy went missing on May 2020. And I was one thing apart from that is I always wanted to go to Nova Scotia. It's beautiful up there. May 2020, we're in the front of a police review board Monday demanding answers in the case. After nearly 3 years of searching for their son, Dylan's parents are starting a new kind of search. I'm hoping to accomplish getting some answers on Dylan, said Ashley Brown, the boy's mother. Ashley and Jason uh, filed a complaint with Nova Scotia Police Review Board at the end of 2020, prompted by what they claim is slow response to Dylan's disappearance and incompetence with the handling of the case. Said, I hope they are reinvestigating the investigation. I hope that they make changes with the alert system, mainly for missing children. Under cross examination, the lawyer of the I guess it's tour police services walked Jason Keller through what has been made in the hours immediately following Dylan's disappearance, to include the use of ground search, rescue drone, canine units, canvassing the area around where Dylan and went missing, and almost 16 and a half hours of searching by helicopter. Asher Dutcher showed investigators have followed up on 53 tips from the public.
That's not a lot.
And that's not a lot for a child, but that it may not have a lot either, you know? Okay, here. So, not as much of a matter of debating whether or not they did of the things they said they did, but a matter they did not then them in a timely manner. So basically, the parents are really trying to get something done and just hashing it out. He said they'd been it's been a big fight, a fight. Parents vow to continue until they find answers for their son. And, you know, I understand that. If it was my son missing, even at any age, it'd be all, you know, crazy. This is a picture of him at that age. He's been missing 3 years, almost vanished without a trace uh, from his grandmother's backyard. That is more or less likely an abduction, in my opinion, especially if the yard was fenced or they had to be some type of somebody take control.
They think he may have been slightly autistic because he only said mama and daddy at 3 years old.
Yeah.
Did you also see that little boy that was found in Cincinnati wandering?
No, I didn't see that.
He looked like him. They thought it was him.
Oh, really? Did they DNA him or whatever?
I don't know how they figured it out, but it wasn't him.
Okay, this is the little girl that's missing. And I'm going to tell you, I got really no empathy at all for the parents. Parents apparently are drug dealers or drug addicts, and also they have been neglecting some of their other kids. And it's crazy. I tried to copy a couple of news reports to show you, but for one reason or another, my computer was having a malfunction. This is Oakley Carlson, and they said, was Oakley Carlson sold? Police weigh in on the theory of the missing girl. They think her drug parents might have sold her for drugs, what I gathered. Said this is in Grays Harbor County, Washington. If you look at the pictures, I'll show you in a minute. Dad looks like he's a meth head. Said Oakley Carlson disappeared from Grays Harbor 2 years ago, though it is not until December of 21 when the search to find the young girl began. According to court documents, Oakley's sister was at a sleepover at a home at the Oakville Elementary School of the Oak Hill Elementary School principal. When asked about Oakley, she told the adult, there's no Oakley. The young girl, Oakley's sister, would later tell Gray Harbor County investigators that their mother, Jordan Bowers, told her not to talk about Oakley, adding that Oakley has gone out into the woods and that has been eaten by wolves. That's a heck of a thing to even tell your little sister. Plus, this girl was in foster care for a while, and man, foster care parents, they were upset. They had protested outside where they were arrested, screaming, "Where is Oakley?" And I mean, they were just. I mean, it said it was a Oakley was just. You'll see the pictures, unbelievable. This is the mother that was arrested. Um, her court appearance there in January 17th.
Is she pregnant?
2023. I don't know. Those who knew Jordan Bowers are looking at her in a new light. One-time friends are now frustrated. Some even believe she sold her daughter. That's what I think, said Tracy McGee Mills, a one-time friend that now believes Bowers sold her daughter. Man, if they find out that, they could be the death penalty and might for stuff like that. That is insane. People think, well, that couldn't not possible, but it is possible, unfortunately. McGee Mills named as a victim in identity theft and fraud scheme that's landed Bowers behind bars. And this is a little baby, beautiful little baby. Those changes shed light on Bowers' gambling habits and regular trips to the casinos. Detectives in their investigation linked Bowers to cash withdrawals in nearby casinos and other locations. Workers at Little Creek Casino knew Bowers by name when Fox 13 employees asked about her visits. Listen, if you ever have a baby boy or girl out there and you don't want that baby girl or boy out there, there's ways that a lot of people take that child through illegally, but there's a lot of ways these babies be turned in, and
we know
people adopt them right now. But they would do it actually legally. But you know what I mean. There's people that want kids out there, not just throw them away like this. Workers at the casino knew her by name. She was so far into gambling, you guys don't even know. She lived for it. That's what somebody said. 2 years later, where is Oakley Carlson and what's being done to prevent similar situations? While McGee Mills' claims may seem unthinkable, she's not the only one that believes them. A Fox 13 viewer offered a similar tip since Oakley's disappearance, the tip that led investigators interviewing another person they believed Oakley had been sold by Bowers. Chief Paul Logan, who is heading up the Oakley Carlson investigation, told Fox 13 they've been tracking the theory that Bowers sold Oakley since the very beginning. However, no tips have led to credible evidence. Man, that's just get me going there. People like that, we have a saying in police work about these people. We call them a waste of good air. Okay, I know that's bad, but that's the way it is. Since news of Oakley's disappearance broke late 2021, the Gray Harbor County Sheriff's Office has received a number of tips around the country, possible sightings. They've worked with agencies across the U.S. looking into each tip. None have led to Oakley.
The Oakley Carlson Act has been filed in the Washington legislature.
Yeah, the landslide of tips is just a part of the challenge surrounding the case. Investigators tell Fox 13 that lack of information early on meant they were playing catch up from the first day of the investigation. Yes, you can't read that, can you?
Nope. I might can.
Investigators had pinpointed the Oakley, when Oakley Carlson went missing. A different task force made it harder with neither Bowers nor Andrew Bowers, Oakley's dad, working with them. Uh, Says a timeline had been built to indicate that had who had contact with Bowers, Carlson, or Oakley in the months leading up to the discovery that Oakley was missing. That's the problem. They're missing way up in the months, and they just actually discovered it. The police discovered it later. That includes tracking down relatives, school personnel, surveillance video, various stores, and more.
Did they figure it out?
Apparently, they're doing the best they can with it. Said since the beginning of the investigation, Gray Harbor Sheriff's Department, working with law enforcement in Mason and Thurston counties, Turnwater Police, FBI, state police, number of experts that specialize in electronic data. I think we were investigating a family, a group of people who had constant schedule, wake up at a certain time, go to work at a certain time, come home at a certain time. People had a close knit group of friends that easy had built a pattern of life, explained Chief Logan. In this case, we don't have that. It's very spontaneous. I guess it's sporadic, basically. She said related, she kicks people when she's down. Alleged fraud victim rips biological of a missing child. Sporadic lifestyle includes drugs. Both Andrew and Jordan faced charge in 2022 child endangerment. Court documents indicated both Oakley's siblings high levels of methamphetamine indicated that at a minimum that they're exposed to the drug. Those two siblings were living with their parents. Extended stay American located in basically a hotel. The family had left their home in Oakville after a fire a month prior. I wonder if that was a meth fire. Hold on a minute. Said that Oakley, Carlson and Bowers claimed Oakley had a lighter on the couch, started a fire. Investigators later determined the fires likely began in a microwave, not the couch.
Oh, that would have been a meth lab.
Probably.
Yep.
Let's see here. Can't get over the cuteness of this little kid. When officer questioned where Oakley was, they claimed she was staying with grandparents. It was later determined she was not with family. Throughout the ordeal, there was been frustration over concerns that were raised long before Oakley went missing. The mother released from jail, immediately arrested again on new charges. Oakley spent roughly 3 years with a foster family before she returned to Bowers and Carlson. And the foster family were sick. They were absolutely sick, saying the kids were just jerked out of their care, put back with the mother and father before they even realized they couldn't keep them off dope. Her foster mother, Jamie Lowe Hines, has been vocal about the system that allowed Oakley to return to her biological parents. But I'm going to tell you, the court will put them with their biological parents if there's any way possible. They just believe that they are better with them. I got to download a picture and show you these two. The night of the disappearance, Hines told Fox 13 that she was always concerned something would happen to Oakley, that the situation felt rushed. She told the DCYF several times. I guess that's like the Department of Human Resources, that it wasn't a safe decision. We begged them, please don't let them take her, go back. Please don't let her go back. Reward for the missing Washington girl now ranges at $85,000 1 year after the disappearance. But at the beginning of the year, the legislature session Hines publicly backed what is known now as the Oakley Carlson Act. It's basically a bill intended to protect children that have been removed from their parents based on abuse, neglect, or abandonment. And the investigation, they continued to sift through data, though they continue to ask the public for help. Still waiting for answers. And basically, the award is $85,000. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can find that picture of the parents. If y'all give me just a minute. All right, let me see if I can get the picture. Here you go. This is the mom and daddy. Real outstanding, fine citizens. We'll load in a second.
Beach Bum said, she said, listen to this. Y'all, I scared my neighbor. I told him I was part detective and want to be lawyer. He didn't respond, blocked, and probably blocked my number.
As you can see, these the mother doesn't have as bad as the daddy, but they've got pop marks on their face. That is a classic sign of methamphetamine use. I would like to see their teeth and see if it's even more so, but you can see that she does have some marks around her cheek, and her face is sunk in some around her eyes and mouth, and he has got more pop marks on his face, but not as bad as I've seen some people. I've seen some people that.
You ought to get that before and after video.
Well, I'm sure they have. Have y'all seen? I guess y'all seen the before and after thing on the meth people before and after. If you haven't, I'll go get it real quick.
Oh, thanks, Charlotte. She subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Our one on the
RV.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Beach Bum, you know how it is. They never give them back. I mean, they never keep them safe. They always, I don't know. It seems like they always give them back, and then it's not too long till the children are killed. It's so hot in here that, I mean, it's so hot here with the storms moving in that the air conditioner's kicking on.
I can't. I don't know if I'm going to get this thing to work. Huh?
It's okay. Don't worry
if I can get this to come back to here. There it is.
So Gail Thornberry said, so the California City Boys trial starts March 12th, 2023.
Really? I hope they're actually on, they do put it on.
Chybug, congratulations. She's been clean, or I think it's she's been clean with meth for 7 years.
Congratulations. I know several people that had been on meth in the past and got off, and they tell me, I'm thankful I'll never try it, but they tell me that the first time they tried, it's like the best thing they ever did in their life. But as it gets on them. these are just a little thing here that I want to show you that is actually shows pictures of people, you know, how they progress on meth. This is one girl actually, how she started and progressed on meth. Um, and really, this is not a bad one. I've seen some that is amazingly how bad, and then others I've seen them that they don't really look that bad, but they don't have it. Their teeth are messed up a lot of times. You know, their teeth are just really messed up.
You know, I had a preacher tell me one time, sin will take you further than you ever meant to go, cost you more than you ever thought it could, and keep you longer than you thought you would stay. Something like that. I can't remember. I got it wrote down somewhere, probably in my Bible. I'll have to look it up.
Let me see if this thing will load. I'm having some issues with it
I did some spring cleaning today,
loading.
talking about spring. We got spring here for sure.
For whatever reason, these videos are not. I've got something wrong with my loader, and say it's telling me it's provide direct link to the video. Right click on the video, get URI. Well, the problem with that is I've got the URI. I don't know what the problem is, but I don't have a hold on, guys. Give me just a minute.
Yep, it's bad. Cheat No More said that she lost 3 friends to meth. One jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, that would probably do it.
Gail's sister has been clean for 14 years. Praise God.
Yep. I want to show you a couple of these that I can't show you the film because of something wrong with my computer.
I tell you what, if you have children or grandchildren and you're worried about them getting on meth or something, show them these before and after pictures.
I tell you something else. So meth is bad. Okay,
Yeah.
meth is bad, but nothing is worse than fentanyl. And people, fentanyl's been fentanyl is being mixed up with everything, including pot. They're putting fentanyl in pot. They're putting fentanyl in everything, and that's what scares me is somebody getting a hold of some fentanyl. Why did that stuff not show up? I got screenshots. Man, I tell you, my computer, something wrong. My computer.
Y'all, Tommy, I took him out to eat at a Mexican restaurant, and he would not let me let them sing happy birthday to him.
Well, you got the
no, I don't care. It's not the same.
You got the pictures,
and y'all know how much I love to cook. Do you know the birthday cake he got was his favorite cake in all the world? A Pepperidge Farm coconut cake, which used to be $1.99. Now they're $5.96.
Well, I've always
cake.
loved them, and I think my mama used to get them for me or something.
She did.
I think
his mama spoiled him.
My mama spoiled me. I miss my mama. She's been gone a while. She's been gone for 4 years, probably.
Oof. Yeah, because she died the January before you and I got married.
Yeah, it's tough when both of your parents are gone. It's real tough. All right, I'm going to show you a couple of these if y'all hadn't seen them before. This is one, a girl on the left is was she started out before meth. On the right is her after she's been doing meth for a while, and you can see she all pop marked up. Uh, the one on the left is how she looked before meth, and the one on the right is her pictures of after doing meth. She really had a bad problem. This one here also is how he looked on the left before meth and how he looked on the right after meth. Yeah, these are. Ugh. Did I do the other one too fast?
I don't. No, go ahead. It was just too. I mean, I didn't. I was
okay
doing something.
And this one, the last one, I just took 4. But you can see there's a huge difference. A huge difference. But, and I want to get back to the thing. It was about fentanyl. Fentanyl is just so dangerous that I watched it's a History Channel thing where they had investigating about fentanyl and everything, and they had DEA. This I can't think of her name. It's a show's called Trafficked, and she went out and of course they take her into all different things. She's trusted and she doesn't tell them where she's going. And she went to Mexico, and they were making fentanyl, and she had to wear a respirator mask with a glass thing, and he showed her. He said one little pinhead, just about. It looks just like a half the size of a BB, will kill everybody if that pure instant death, just like that, instant death. But and this is where the problem is, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but last time, but if you've got insurance, I know most of you do. If you got Social Security, and I know you do, Medicare, most of your insurance will pay. It's like $10 at the pharmacy for you to get a prescription for a Narcan, and it comes in a box, and you get 2 sprayers for Narcan. And I advise you keep one in your car. And everybody said, "Well, why? Why if you don't use drugs or anything?" I don't worry as much about. Well, one thing is you might come up on somebody ODing and could save their life. That may be one. But my biggest concern is this: I might be exposed to it somehow or another. Somebody told me about people that they were dropping $40 bills on the ground with fentanyl on them, and people pick them up and they have an OD to fentanyl. But I don't think, I mean, that's murder right there. Somebody wants to do that. But I'm afraid of touching something, accidentally getting fentanyl or getting fentanyl exposure from something. You just can't tell. And I'm going to tell you another thing. They say right now that almost every dollar bill, every $20 bill, any $20 bill, I think it is, in the United States in circulation has got cocaine residue on it. Every single $20 bill in circulation. Now, I've heard that. You can check me on that, but I've been wanting to kind of get a drug test, scrape it with a cotton swab, put it in a drug test, and see if that's correct. I know it's not going to be very much, but that's what they say. So, I think it's worth everybody just getting some Narcan, keep it inside. It cost me $10 with my insurance for 2 packets, and that's what all the police officers in the city down here where I retired from carry them, 2 on them at all times. And they've told me, I said, "Well, is that for in case you run up an OD?" And they said, "No, that's for us in case we get accidentally exposed, because it usually takes 2." And what it is, basically, it's like an inhaler. You put it up inside your nose, and you press on it, and it shoots this Narcan into your nose, into your breathing, and it saves your life. And so I guess it's just the way things are right now, It's the way things are. It's a shame that we have to live like that, but it is the way things are. Hold on a minute. I got somebody come in. You're late.
Hey, Anthony.
You late.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, you sound like me.
Yeah.
I got I had that and laryngitis too.
I
I
took
hope
some
you don't have
medicine
what
that
I
made me
had.
go to sleep.
I hope you don't have
But
what I had.
yeah, well, I took some medicine that made me loopy to go to sleep. So I'm sorry I missed your show.
Well,
You sound still loopy.
you sound like I did. I'm getting better, but I my voice when I was talking a few minutes ago, I was missing every other word or whatever. Like, you know. But I'm
Yeah,
feeling a whole lot more than what I'm better than I was. I hope you feel better.
yeah, me too.
Each one
Hopefully,
said
I'll feel
hello.
better tomorrow. Huh?
Each of them says hello.
Oh, hello. How are y'all?
Well,
Hey,
Tony, today's his birthday. Guess how old he is?
he knows
I
how old
think
I am.
he's 70
Yes.
Hush.
nine.
Yeah.
I am not
He
70.
got it right.
I am not 70. And did you see what I posted on your page? You had a picture of your wife and you on there, and I said, "Hey, Christy, you nice picture of your dad."
Oh, yeah, she did tell me about that when I was getting out of Walmart yesterday, getting uh, some
Yeah, I
medicine.
know.
She said, "Oh, I
I
forgot to
know
tell
it.
you about Tommy making fun of you." Okay,
Yeah. Uh-huh. I hope you get to feeling better, Bubba.
I
I
do
hate you,
too.
everybody. I tell you what, I don't know what this crud is, but I'm hope. Only
Well,
thing right now, I feel like I kind of got vertigo. I'm kind of
yeah, that's what I
cattywampus.
had. I do have. It's tried to get in my ears to make me kind of loopy.
Yeah, it's making me
Hey, if
feel
you
like I
have
got
some
vertigo.
prescription eye drops, put them in your ears, and it'll help with that.
Huh?
That's
Okay.
what Dr. B gave
No,
me.
that's for something else, though.
No, it was for the. I felt like I had water in my ears, and I was talking out of a can. And she said, "I'm gonna give you this prescription for eye drops. Put them in your ears," and it worked.
Only for certain kind of people. I'm not
Maybe
gonna
it's for
say what
donkeys. I don't know.
it is. But ever since I've been on all of this medicine, that's kind of made me. My, I kind of feel like I'm walking like this the whole time. Uh, Look,
Thank you,
Beach Bum
Beach
said,
Bum. I see that.
yeah, you see that? They want you to
Uh,
come. You tell Thomas to
No,
tell his UFO story.
Anne Marie, he won't tell his UFO stories because he won't let me tell the joke about the
No,
moles.
me and Anthony actually saw the UFO together on multiple occasions. We were together
Can I
when
tell
we
the mole
saw the.
joke?
No, when we saw the UFO, we actually saw a UFO twice, didn't we, Anthony? Twice.
yeah, we had it
And then
on.
one
It's
time,
recorded on 911. If you remember the whole deal.
yeah, one time I saw what I thought was a UFO, and it was a shrimp boat landing in the middle of the lagoon. It was a
Yeah.
white light. It went down, 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 and then I looked up, and it was a shrimp boat went
I,
across there.
I should be able to tell my mole joke if you can tell wild tales
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no, no,
You so
no.
bad. I'll tell you my mole joke when I get to see you, Tony.
Okay.
He won't let me tell it
Hopefully,
on here. I don't know why.
well, I got both Christy and I both we got sick from going to the soccer game over the weekend with it raining and 40-degree weather. It didn't work out
Mm,
too well for us. Sitting out there
no.
for two different games in the rain and the cold wind and blowing rain.
Well,
Hey, I wanted to ask everybody: did y'all go over there and go to AK's page and watch that video he had on the phone records with the FBI guy? You need to
Mm-mm.
do that too, Tony. You go over and AK Rocks. It's AKROX, and he did the covered the phone records of Barry Morphew
Mm.
during that time. It's very very interesting. It's a retired FBI guy on there with him.
My wife's been watching, and I started watching it with her. The case involving the attorney out of South Carolina,
Oh,
Alex
Murdoch.
Murdaugh. Yeah, that's
I'm
been
gonna,
some interesting.
I'm gonna tell you about that. I watched a little bit of that today, and when he's sitting there and that investigator asked him, "Did you shoot your wife and kill her?" and he said no, and he said, "Did you shoot your son, kill her?" I'm gonna tell you, I would have been jumped up in that guy's face telling him, What? You accusing me of killing? You need to get out there and find the guy that did it, and not be so nonchalant about it.
Yeah, the
He's
testimony. The testimony I think that speaks
I
with
think
pretty
he's
big
guilty.
volume is his housekeeper that used to be um, a, a police investigator in the prisons.
Yeah, I saw that.
She in her testimony. I mean, I heard all the other different people's testimony, but her telling what she showed, it was pretty interesting.
If he shot his wife and his son point blank in the chest, he needs a death penalty.
It's a pretty wild case. I can tell you that. It's a pretty wild
Yeah.
case.
Well, I hope you get to feeling better. I tell you,
Maybe I can catch you on the next show and get in here with you. I'm sorry. I just ain't feeling
understand.
peachy today.
I understand. I mean, it's probably I've been kind of under the weather for about 10 days, so
Yeah.
it's been crazy.
I got
It's
major
been
pressure behind both my eyes.
Hey, it's been horrible. When my baby's sick, he's really a baby.
I am not. Not like you've done anything to help me out much.
Well,
What
all
have
I
you
can tell
done?
you, all I can tell you is, Tommy, you better be
Do what?
glad. You better be glad that you're on up in there in your 70s now, because I don't think I could spank you that many times.
Hey, I am not in my 70s. Thank you very much.
You can still make me laugh.
70s.
Oh,
No.
you left your 70s? I didn't think you were old enough to get into your
I'm
80s yet.
not. I'm not in my 70s. I'm in my 60s.
Oh, I thought you said you left the 70s and you're going to the
No.
80s. Is that what you said?
How old are you? How old are you, Anthony?
I'm 2.
How old are you?
2.
I can find out. I'll look it up.
No, I'm
How-
3. Oh man.
How old are you?
I'm a young whippersnapper.
You're what?
3.
You're 50?
3.
55?
I'm a young whippersnapper.
I hear you. All right. Well, listen.
Be careful tonight. Looks like it's going to get
It
bad.
looks like it might get a little bad, but we never have real bad weather down here except for hurricanes. We're
Yeah,
too far
that's
up
all.
the coast. But listen, we'll see everybody later. I'm starting to get my throat starting to feel kind of yucky. So thanks everybody for coming tonight. And me and Tony's he's gonna go and try to. You need to get something for your throat. Get some liquid fire, Jack Daniels. That'll take care of you.
Yeah, that will help.
And
I don't do booze. You know
No,
that
I don't
booze.
either.
just a spoonful.
I don't
When
sip.
I was
I don't
a
even
kid,
take a
gave me-
sip.
Well, I'm
No.
telling you, it'll stop
All
it.
right, brother.
Oh, TS, congratulations. She's going to be a grandmother. Get
Oh,
you
man.
a journal and start writing grandbaby.
Yeah, we got us a
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Wow.
to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Mary said he's old enough to know better than to tell you how old he is.
I can find out.
Well,
I can find out. I got a feeling, but I don't want to embarrass him. So, all right.
I did
All
retire
right,
at
brothers
29
and
years.
sisters. It's my birthday, so I'm gonna go. But
And eat
we
another piece
do.
of cake.
I'm gonna go eat another piece of my Petrus Farms cake that I love so much.
Oh,
And,
that sounds good.
We will see y'all, and I'll be in touch there, Mr. Tony.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
All right. We love y'all, and good night, and hope everybody has a great night. Good night.